Respect. Some people want that for their life. I'm not mad at them. But goodness gracious, man. Oh.
Additionally, 45%
came with the stats.
Ruslan.
Before we get into that, guys, my name is Ruslan, and this channel exists to encourage you to mastermind your business the master's way. All right, now let's get into the video. Destiney, Graham Stephan have a no-holds-barred conversation about the realities of what is and isn't a college degree worth right now.
I'd like to see more of.
More of?
Yeah.
Number one is college. Go to school.
Really?
It is incredibly
no.
important.
Wow.
If I could give one piece of advice to myself growing up, it would be to study more. Yes,
Is it actually?
absolutely.
And you're not being
I'm not
sarcastic there.
joking.
I can't tell
If you
if
can,
you're
it is
joking.
like the easiest path towards like securing a job and moving your way towards a career,
It seems
making
like
a big investment in
more-
yourself.
But
more-
what about the studies, man?
What
More
studies?
businesses, yeah, are hiring people without a bachelor's.
Oh.
Additionally, 45%
came with the stats.
Graham's like, this is my wheelhouse. What are we talking about?
Let's go.
Additionally, 45% of employers surveyed by the firm said they had done away with the degree requirements.
Degree. It was something ZipRecruiter now. It was like 50% of businesses no
Let's
longer
go,
require
Graham.
a bachelor's degree
For
Let's
what
go, Graham.
jobs?
for their jobs on ZipRecruiter.
Which ones? Nobody's
this is
getting
an
an engineering
overall.
job without a degree.
Okay,
Nobody.
that's STEM.
Oh.
That's STEM.
Sure.
So I would agree with you. I think
Okay, I'm
college
sorry.
is
If you want to be like the manager at your local franchise Wendy's, you probably don't need a STEM degree.
okay, but what
or
about
any
all
degree.
the like the arts degrees?
What about them?
I feel like there's plenty of coding. A lot of tech jobs no longer require.
The YouTuber says you're
Go to
either an
college.
engineer or you're the manager at the local Wendy's. It's like,
hold on.
what?
Yeah, that's a starch contrast. Okay, listen to me. If you want to do something in STEM, science, technology, engineering, math, absolutely need a degree. Absolutely need a degree. If you want to be a doctor, lawyer, absolutely need a degree.
Yep.
If for whatever reason, God bless your soul, you want to be a public school teacher, you need a degree.
Yep.
I don't understand why you would do that.
Join
Why
the
you would
military.
torture yourself in that way. Yeah. But I get it. If you want to do anything else in any other career field, art, media, coding, the true collar, blue collar work, you do not need a degree for that. That is the majority of jobs. Folks have been indoctrinated and tricked into thinking that you need a college degree because when I was in high school, a college degree would double your lifetime earnings, which oddly enough, I've already excelled way past whatever the college lifetime earnings were back then.
Yeah.
I've blew that through the roof 4 or 5 times X being an entrepreneur, right? But this is a surprising take from Destiney, the streamer. I am shocked. Go ahead.
Or the bachelor's degree if you're proficient in what you know.
Here's
lot of this
the
comes boot camps.
I'm so sorry to hurt your feelings if you're listening to me. If you want to get into software development and you don't know if you should go to college or not, you absolutely should go to college. The people that get those jobs that didn't need to go to college are people that are already working on stuff. They're like highly driven. They do like all of their own research. They work on programs and they work on projects. And when they go, they might price a little bit for the tech interview, but they pass the interviews. They've got like work they can point to and they're proficient. If you're just some guy who's like 18, you're like, well, I heard that I don't need to go to college, and then you like do Python for 4 years and you make like one stupid program and you're like, oh, I want an interview. Like, you're not getting hired from anywhere. You're not getting a job.
Okay,
feel
well,
like
I think that's a whole different argument. I think we'd probably be in agreement because you and I would advocate if you're in STEM, you should go to college. Just generally speaking, broad strokes here, you should go to college if you want to study STEM. Same thing goes for things like coding, although I'd probably recommend a coding boot camp because it's a lot less
coding boot
expensive and
camps, yeah.
specialized rather than taking all these undergrad random units. Like I had to take history of jazz. That gets me nowhere and cost me a
It
bunch
rounds
of
you out
money.
as a human being. And if it's costing you a bunch of money, it's because you're going to some
It rounds you out as a human being.
What, dude? This is the most boomer conversation I've ever heard.
This is I love Destiney, and we've been talking about doing something together. But Destiney, this is a bad take, bro.
This is an awful
It
take.
rounds you up as a good human being. So does traveling. So does being in a local church with people with different socioeconomic and ethnic backgrounds. You don't need to know the history of jazz.
Yeah.
I took a bunch of those classes because my track in college was a track in music, visual performing arts with a track in music. I took a bunch of those courses. They were fun. They were interesting. Punchline, all the courses I learned was all of our modern Western music literally goes back to church, to Christians and to church. I did all the history of music for you to just point you back to the reality of it. But this is definitely a boomer take from Destiney here.
But fucking private school, you should be doing either community
I don't know,
college for 2 years or
wasting
state school.
time. If you're not making
Okay,
Okay, well, at
studying
least he's telling people to go to community college and state school. That's the only redemptive part of this conversation so far.
I think you're going to be
Why-
eventually doing
You're
it.
rounding
when
yourself
you
as a human being. How is it a waste
You
of
could
time to know more about the history of
but you could
jazz?
be rounding yourself out in the
I
world.
was a saxophone player in college.
I
Fuck you,
remember
jazz
a
important.
single thing.
Jazz
from
is
the history
America's
of
most
jazz.
important contribution to the entire world of music, and you don't care to learn
All
about
I
the
can
history
remember
of
from
it?
that class is Duke Ellington. That's it. Don't even.
Yeah.
I can't even name a song from him.
That's okay. At least
You know how
know
much
the
time I
name.
spent sitting in that classroom and how much money probably went
Come
in it,
on.
even though it was community college. Could have been
Come
an actual
on.
university, and it would
And
have
look,
been
you're doing
on.
fine
Opportunity
right now
cost.
because you're a well-rounded human
not
being.
thanks
Good
to
job.
jazz. I dropped out of
Congratulations.
college.
It was the
Well, then
opportunity.
you shouldn't
I
have.
dropped
It's
out
the
of college.
opportunity
He's like, seems like you're doing well now. He's like, I dropped out of college. It's like,
cost of
oh.
wasting 4 years in a school.
Yes, Graham knocks it out of the park. The opportunity cost.
Just to go through the motions, just to prove that
How is it a
you
waste?
because I just feel like you're being told what to do, and you're not thinking for yourself.
Yeah, welcome to every
And-
job in the world. Being told what to do and not thinking for yourself. How many jobs
feel
will
like-
give you the creativity?
So,
You're not going to be in a
so to Destiny's point, yes, welcome to every job in the world. So college is conditioning you to become a worker bee.
Yeah.
Not to be industrious, not to be an entrepreneur of a company you can help grow, not to be an entrepreneur, not to be a solopreneur, to follow orders
Yeah.
and to be a worker bee.
Be the lowest common denominator in a company. That's your
Which respect. Some people want that. Some people want that for their life. I'm not mad at them. But goodness gracious, man. Go ahead.
Facebook Playroom where they give you like Legos and you're like, let's see what projects you guys come up with today. Like,
But look at both of us. Both of us are in a very creative field.
we're
not
like the
told what to
1%
do.
of the 1%ers, though.
But
Not
who's to
everybody
say
can be.
you can't do that?
The reality, most people can't.
I feel like people can.
Okay,
if they,
I
if they-
agree with
yeah.
you. I think to accept the fact that like everyone could do this job would be kind of lunacy.
It's the difference between like anyone can do this job,
They
but not
want-
everybody.
but
Not
I'd say if
everybody
they
can do
want
this job.
I believe if someone really wants to do something within reason, most people can accomplish. What
You
they
haven't met a
wanna
lot
do.
of NCAA athletes who really think that if they try hard, they can go to the NBA or the NFL or
I think,
whatever.
but,
Like,
but that was my exception. You know, obviously, like I can't play in the NBA, maybe. But
I just think
you
when
know,
people
this-
go to
I would say-
college
Oh,
and they
yeah,
start-
okay. Okay.
he hit him with
This,
the maybe.
this is the issue. There's 500 players in the NBA, maybe, right? Say a couple thousand playing international. We looked this up. How many YouTubers have 100,000 subscriber channels? You're probably making a living on 100,000 subscribers, or you can. How many 100,000 subscriber
There's
channels?
29,000 channels with 1 million. Now let's look up
Okay,
100,000.
so 29 channels with
29,000.
29,000.
306,000 with YouTube channels have over 100,000 subscribers.
The odds of being a YouTuber are substantially better, making a living as a YouTuber substantially better than making a living as a professional basketball player.
Which, not to mention, you are one of the channels listed in the 306, yet employ 3 additional people who work as YouTubers by association, work as in a media company.
Who make full-time livings, and we have contractors that don't come into the office that are 1099.
Exactly. So it's like even out of the 306,000, that's not just 306,000 people that get to work in these fields. That is teams, that's businesses, that's a whole spread of people.
Yep. Yeah, this is a surprisingly bad take from Destiny.
studying things that like communications, and they just like, well, I just wanted to go to this college, didn't know what I wanted to do, and I know I could get in with communications. That's not going to take them anywhere in life, and they're probably going to have $100,000 worth of student loan debt.
First of all, if you have $100,000 student loan debt, you're exceptionally indebted. Okay, what is the average student loan debt? Isn't it like 30 grand? Yeah. Okay, so
That's
you're
a
already, you've
lot.
already fucked up. Number one. Number two, I agree with you. Going to school and being aimless is dumb, and you shouldn't do that. But better to be aimless in 4 years and have gotten a degree than to be aimless from 18 to 22 and then what? Get a normal job, knock somebody up, and then just be for the rest of your life. You're never going back to school.
But the issue is that not everyone gets a degree in 4 years.
Yeah.
I had a path, and it took me 7.5 years to walk on my graduation and still not get my degree.
Yep.
Because I was just like, this is freaking stupid. This is dumb. And
It
my
was
degree,
7 years for you?
bro, I spent 4 years at Maricosta College, and then I spent an additional 3 years.
This man did 4 years at a 2
I had a 2-year school, and then an additional, because what he doesn't tell you is that if you have to take a bunch of prerequisites, what he doesn't tell you, if you have all these other things you got to do,
You change majors, you got to
Change
change
majors.
extra classes that
or you're just not very smart. Like I wasn't great at, I don't know, math in high
Traditional
school. So I had to like
academics.
test like freaking algebra, before I got to my statistics, it took me a while. It took me like 4 semesters just to get through math.
brutal.
You know what I mean? So like he's assuming, and I'm not like a dumb kid.
Clearly.
You know what I mean? Like I'm not a stupid person. I just was terrible at math.
Yeah.
You know? So, or I'm really bad at math and science. But I got an A in my social statistics class. I don't give a crap about trigonometry. Like, what are we talking about?
Yeah.
Destiny? Why would anyone never need to know trigonometry? You know, or calculus?
Yeah, totally.
We'll never use these things. Anyway, do you want to finish?
No, we don't have to finish.
I'm triggered.
No, I think it's crazy because I think, going back to the whole NBA thing of like, oh, well, a lot of people want to go to the NBA and they can't. the thing about YouTube or business, or even just having something that makes a livable wage, not even like I'm super crazy flourishing, is that the longer you try at it, it's just an accumulation of skills. With the NBA, you're never going to be 6'5".
Right.
Like you're never going to get there no matter how hard you try.
Yes.
Whereas the only barrier of entry between somebody that makes it with YouTube or somebody that makes it with an online business and somebody that doesn't is their persistence and ability to do it over a long enough period of time to where it's unreasonable they can't be successful.
Yep.
And so it's like everyone, you know, if you're starting from zero and you're really bad at the internet, you're really bad at tech, you can still get there. It just might take you 7 years instead of 3.
Yep.
If you're pretty proficient at a bunch of things, it might take you a year to 4 years of just consistently trying new things and always learning. Now, you can't be doing the same thing without adding things, but if you stretch out a long enough time horizon and then in that time you're just trying new things consistently, like it's not the 1% of the 1%. Like you're gonna make money.
Yep.
But the problem is most people don't have the attention span for that.
They don't have the attention span for that. Most people don't know how to provide for themselves in the interim. If it takes you, let's just say 5-10 years to get cracking on YouTube.
Yeah.
We're just using YouTube because we're on YouTube. Right?
Round high
Higher
too.
end.
Yeah.
It took me, I started regularly uploading in 2018.
Yep.
I did have an audience already for music. Not a huge one, but
No,
a couple
not at all.
thousand subscribers.
Yeah.
And it took me consistently uploading from the end of 2018 to the end of 2020 for me to make my first $5,000 on AdSense.
Yeah.
And the moment I made $5,000 on AdSense, I still had my music income and I brought you on. Like that moment you came in 2021, the end of 2020, I made my first 5K off of AdSense. Instantly reinvested it. And you being here has helped us scale. And then Chris being here has helped us scale. And then Samaj's here, he's helping us scale. So yes, I think what I would recommend to people is if you need to sustain yourself, do something that most people don't want to do, make good money on that, and then reinvest that into your startup.
Yeah.
Right?
Totally.
So figure out what you're capable of doing. Maybe you're not, hey, you'd be surprised like what a trash can man makes, right? Like folks who work in plumbing, folks who work in these other areas, there's a lot of ways to go out and make 6 figures plus, maybe multi 6 figures. I told you my buddy who works for SDG&E made $220,000 last year.
That's crazy.
No college degree.
That's crazy.
No college degree. $220,000 a year.
Yeah.
Right? You didn't. He I think he went through a 16-week program at a community college to get certified in work. Now that's hard work.
Yeah.
But goodness gracious, he can earn enough to pay off his house. He can earn enough to start another business. He will do fine. He will do fine. HVAC. There's a lot of people out here making good money doing other stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so you do something like that. You create that margin in your life. You go and maybe buy a house, maybe pay off a house. Maybe you take that kind of money and transition into starting that business you wanted to start.
Yeah.
Whatever that looks like. And again, now with the internet, it just has made stuff easy. You can sell anything on the internet. Thank you so much for watching that video. Guys, I believe that one of the best ways you can build a business is by first building a platform online. So Zach Sparazzo put together a free training for you on the #1 metric you can be looking for to explode your YouTube platform. Click the link in the pinned comment below so you can start that now. All right? I'll see you over there. Peace.